just not quite got the speed. I think Arthur's a little bit bigger than Nixon as well. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think he's maybe struggling a
well,
little bit up
to
the
know
hills?
Arthur,
Or?
yeah, maybe Arthur is a small kid. There's no, he's definitely one of the smallest riders out there. Although he is to his second year. As I said, this is Nixon's first year in the small wheel. So well, that would suggest to me that I don't know the exact ages, but that maybe Arthur is just a little bit older than Nixon. But as we said, Nixon's got good pedigree. If you've put 2 and 2 together, you already know that obviously the surname Coppins. Well, this is Josh's son, Nixon Coppins, the next generation. Of course, Josh moved over from New Zealand with all the support from his parents. Basically, just went for it, chased down a career, and second in the world. So many times, just so unlucky that one year we had it. He was just comfortably in the lead of the World Championship, and then technical failure on the front end of his factory Yamaha at Lockett just basically cost him the World Championship. But just such a gritty rider. I've always had a lot of time for Josh. We actually did our first GP together. Talavera 95 was Josh's first GP, as it was for me. So I've known him a long time, and it's great to see his son Nixon out there trying to follow in his dad's footsteps.
I do remember that Josh was never the next big thing. He journeymaned it, he grafted
grinder.
He ground it out. I can remember seeing him working out of a transit van, I think at Kester, which would be, I think that would be 90.
Probably his first year, 95, 96.
95, 96, yeah. 96, because I had my daughter with me and she was 8 months old. And he was working literally out of a little Sprinter van or a little transit van at the size of the main Suzuki rig.
Yeah.
And like I say, he gritted it out and got himself right to the top end. And he was desperately unlucky not to pick up a championship.
And he now is heavily engrossed. Of course, he runs a team for Yamaha down there in New Zealand, but he also does a lot of testing for the Yamaha Corporation.
Yeah, so a lot of that stuff happens there in New Zealand and Australia because of its proximity to Japan. And the ability to get things done quickly. They get loads of stuff that we don't get out there for cars and bits and bobs. But Coppins then 7.9 seconds now, the race lead. So he really is that Alfama Yamaha looking really nice and trick. And he just got a decent start and found his way to the front fairly quickly. And he's checked out on Arthur Moore. And we'll have to see how that pans out for the next couple of rounds, whether Moore can swing back the momentum.
Yeah, it's going to be a close run championship because coming into this weekend, Arthur King had the championship lead, but Coppins wasn't that far behind. Of course, if you break it down, the reality is he's only going to gain, 2 or 3 points on him over this weekend if it stays like it is, as in Coppins is only not going to, although he's going to potentially win the meeting, it's only the points difference currently in this race that he's going to gain on him because they've both shared a race victory in second so far. But nevertheless, it's chasing and putting pressure on Arthur with 2 rounds to go.
That's all you've got to do. Keep the pressure on, and see what happens. Sometimes it's out of your hands. You've just got to do your do, and what happens to other people is what decides the ultimate outcome. But Butterfield then, he's having a decent fourth there. Wilson 5th, King 6th, Alfie Laurie there in 7th. He's put a pass on the 4.54 of James McCann. Ethan Gawley there in 9th, and 10th place, the 48 of Henry Lewis. So our small wheel 85s, this Hawkstone track then definitely, I would say probably under normal circumstances, one of the toughest that they would come to. But I think with the weather we've got this weekend, they're having as an easier time of it as you could ever hope. Yeah, no massive deep ruts in the corners, no water, and some great racing as a result.
It's what you would say bordering on primo out there right now from regards of race conditions. No sign of the 1 lap board to go yet for Nixon, so at least 2 to go. Let's get to see actually where we are with the race duration. We must be coming up to, there we go, I was going to say 10 or 11 minutes. So chances are with the speeds he's lapping, it'd be borderline even next time around whether he get the 1 lap forward. But he's checking out now. I mean, his gap is huge out the front now.
Yeah, we did see that in the last one, didn't he? He came round and there was still quite a bit of time left on the clock. We was hoping to see the last lap flag, and I think he'd still got like a minute or so on the clock as he came by. So Marjak then still in a comfortable 3rd, and that will be he'll be happy to try and again steady the points lost to the first two as they go up.
There's Arthur King. Yep.
Yeah, go up what is dubbed the sidecar hill. When they race sidecar hills, that's where they used to send them up there. But we see some different layouts. There used to be one where it kind of zigzag round on that thing.
Yeah, it did. It kind of come back down and half up and back, which I actually quite liked. But yeah, obviously then maybe because it's a long old circuit anyway. So
it certainly is.
Maybe that just made it a little bit too long, and if it's not challenging enough, you know what? Let's just add an extra kind of hill into it. It is one of the gems of world motocross, Hawkstone Park.
We can discuss the we should have a GP here again and all the rest of it. But for all the reasons that we've had this morning, this is still a scramble track in the middle of a wood in the back end of what is probably the least populous county in the country. Shrewsbury or Shropshire. You know, it is very, very rural, and the infrastructure around here, getting in and out the roads and all that. But I still love coming here. Yeah. And the International is a fantastic meeting. And of course, back when this track was at the height of its GP fame, you didn't get to ride here. No. There was a British Championship most years. They would do one centre meeting here, and that was it. Yeah. So this wasn't like it is now, where you could probably ride here 7 or 8 times a year if you decided to ride the championships that come here, and lots do. Back then, it was very, very difficult to get time here on the track. Yeah, I mean, that was it, wasn't it? And then occasionally, when was it? Sort of maybe late 70s, early 80s. Can't remember exactly when they then brought the New Year's Day International here. We used to have a meeting here on January the 1st. Never missed it. Yeah, I've ridden around here in a few of them thinking, my God, why am I here? And all my friends are... I thought the same, and I was only a spectator, Jeff. What? You know... I was like, God, I've freezing my Nadgers off here, and they've all had a cracking night. But there we go. It was good days back then. And we're looking for more going forward with the announcement of British Motocross for next year. But more on that another time. Let's concentrate on Nixon Coppins here, because he's doing a grand job. He's got his gap out to 10 seconds. There is still no sign of the one lap board, so it is going to be. He did just miss the cut, so it'll be next time around. There's it looks like Arthur Moore has not completely thrown in the towel, but just kind of gone, okay, not my day. I'll bring it home in second. Obviously, he's going to succumb, I think, 3 points to Coppins here in the championship. But that will still leave him, I think, in the championship lead with the red plate as we come out of here. So the next question is, does a class where they all have red plates have a red plate? Oh, yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think they do, actually. They should, yeah, it's a valid point, isn't it? Like, they should just reverse the colour or something. But it is, I went, when it came to the line this morning, I'm just like looking at, there's the red plate holder. Oh, there's another one. And the penny dropped. But yeah, it's been a decent ride, and Coppins now a good 10 seconds to the good on Arthur Moore, who, as you just said, Jeff, I won't say he's just like posting it in now kind of thing, but he's just like, no risk, don't need to fall off. I've got 15 seconds over Harley Marjak, and I don't need to be pushing. To be fair to Butterfield, he's keeping Marjak honest, because he's only a couple of seconds adrift, and he's got Leo Wilson, the 578, all over the back of him. So that might be a battle we could pick up, because there's 3 riders there on track really close together. The 311, the 5, the 311, and the 578, and they are all within a couple of seconds of each other on track. Yeah, good racing. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. No, not at all. Yes, he's in the comfort zone now, and I think he's probably learnt his lesson from that first race where, a little word in his ear. Probably he didn't need to be told, let's be honest. So often these kids, they know when they've made a mistake. They don't need it rammed down their throat. And obviously with all the people supporting Nixon, with the wealth of experience they've got, I'm sure it's nothing like that. It's just a quiet word in his ear. Once he comes in, gets some water on his face, cools down, they'll have a debrief. And it was just that first race where he basically just switched off just for a second, and that put him down on the floor and cost him the race win. But since then, he has been arguably pretty immaculate. Yeah, just one little bobble, 11 seconds the lead then. Wilson has passed Butterfield. So Wilson is up on it. So if we hang on this shot here, we will get the battle. So there's Marjak, and there's the battle. Oh, look at that! Through. So that's a 3-rider battle. Marjak has a look over his shoulder. Butterfield is a...
That was Wilson. Yeah, Wilson and Butterfield are going at it big time there as the kick. Yeah, so yeah, that's that real battle. So who's going to get fourth? Really, Leon Wilson's just gone back, I think, in front of Butterfield, because Butterfield earlier on in the race, I'm sure he got past him.
Yes,
seem to remember him making that move, didn't he? On the outside under the bridge.
That's right. So Marjak then still there in third, but the battle then between Wilson and Butterfield for fourth and fifth has gone the way of Wilson at this moment in time. We will follow, though, our race leader taking, say, the nice wall of death line round the outside there, because there's no ruts, nice and safe, and he's just going to not want to tip over and do anything silly. That jump being made a lot smaller, I think, is a big improvement. I think a lot of the improvement in this circuit over the last couple of years is the removal of quite a lot of jumps and bits and bobs that's just opened the circuit up, Jeff.
Yeah, it's nice to have a signature jump on any circuit, I believe. This is my personal opinion, not everybody agrees. We don't always need huge big jumps, just one or two big ones for the crowd, maybe even more than the riders, but beyond that, you just need something small, ski jumps, anything that unsettles the wheels enough, but you can attack, and like you say, Phil, opens up the track a bit more. And that's the thing, you start building tabletops everywhere, realistically, everybody's got to do them the same speed to hit the downside. You put a few ski jumps in and let it get rough the other side of it, and then all of a sudden, you've got people...
You've got a little bit of separation.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's Nixon then on his way round to take the checkered flag. Jeffy's going to shoot off and do his victory lane bit and get another interview with Nixon Coppins, but he's going to come across the line and take the checkered flag, and his second race victory and the overall in our Dirt Store Small Wheel 85 Class 4 today. This one is part of our Dirt Store British Championship class. So Arthur Moore comes across the line, 12 seconds adrift. But to be fair to Arthur Moore, I think that Nixon had just got the better technique today and just carried the speed a little bit better. Arthur Moore kept him honest in two races. Oh, big change as they come across the line then, because Wilson has got up to third, Butterfield fourth, and Marshak dropped to fifth. So that was a cracking last lap by Leo Wilson. He will take third. I'd be interested to see what that does for the overall. But by my maths, the podium will be Nixon Coppins, Arthur Moore, and Harley Marjak. Still waiting for Arthur King. There's Arthur, comes across the line. He takes sixth, and seventh place should be the number 2 of Alfie Laurie. So we will take a commercial break, and we will join Jeff down there with Nixon Coppins in the winner's circle.
The Dirt Store MXGB Small Wheel 85 overall winner. 2 moto wins and a second. Got to be happy with that, Nixon.
Yeah, a really good day and really happy with my riding, so that's good.
All I like watching the live stream, which you don't see, is we get to see all your family members running around the track cheering you on. I saw Auntie Jess there going mad as well, because you and Arthur were 1-2 on the first lap. I mean, it must be cool having that support network around you.
Yeah, I'm really lucky to have that, and it's really nice of them. But yeah, it's really good.
So listen, you've done well. Obviously, you've put the Yamaha on top of the box, so well done for that. 2 more rounds to go. You've gained a few points on him, so you must be feeling confident going into the next round at Schoolhouse.
Yeah, hopefully I can reel a few more points off in the next round also and try to get that championship win.
What about Schoolhouse? Is that a track you've ridden before? Do you like that one?
Yeah, I really like Schoolhouse. It's nice and jumpy, so hopefully I can get another win there.
Good stuff. Well, look, I hope when you go back, Grandad gives you some kind of win bonus. He's going to have to now, because we said it live on air, okay? So make sure he does. Well done. There you go, Nixon Coppins, your overall winner in the small wheels, and also taking the 3rd moto win. Well done, mate.
So back on the grid then with our third race for our RFX Clubman MX2, and we see the 999 there of Connor Challoner. A few bikes there that have not been pressure washed within an inch of their life in the pits between races, but Challoner's absolutely sparklingly brand new. 771 Toby Lightbound there, he's in there as well. We've got the 86. That's Elliot Cook. And the rest of the riders then all lining up for their final visit to the gate for them this weekend in this combined Fastest 40 and MXGB British Championship race weekend, brought to you on DirtWorld-TV. Phil G. Not alongside me at the moment is Jeff Perrett, who's just out there doing his usual thing of wrapping up his interview and getting a little bit of gossip. He'll be back in here in a second to go through this third of our RFX Clubman MX2 races. They've been good races so far. Alex Hamer's 2 for 2 at the moment on that number 90, but he's been pushed hard by Dan Ashmore, George Clark, Corey Collins. All of those guys have been there or thereabouts. Harry Foster, number 52, he's been decent as well. Sam Menzies, number 448, our 10th place qualifier. He was a faller in that second race, and we had to get him extricated from the sandpit. But here we are then, Motul Fastest 40, powered by Michelin, RFX Clubman MX2 race 3. And the riders get themselves ready. The 15-second board will be up, and then we'll look down at the gate. And for the final time for them today, they will blast away down the start straight into the right-hand first turn. Let's see, a big leap in the middle. I do not know who that was, but it's going to be the man in white that leads. Yeah, Alex Hamer's done the decent thing and got himself out to the front. Not quite sure who that is in second place. A big bobble from the 90.